We go with jasmine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, jasmine's like we all know jasmine. We have it in soaps and all kinds of things, so we all know it smells.
All right. So yeah, the woman
lilac,
says,
actually.
Yeah,
lilac?
lilac as well.
well, we've got a nice jasmine from Hepmona Land, and there's a lilac from Zakara. Either one of those might do. She shows the flowers to you.
Okay, so how wide is the window compared to the amount of flowers they've got?
You'd probably clean out their current growing stock. I mean, they've got seeds and everything like that, but you'd take all their living stuff.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a window box, and he holds out his hands like someone catching a fish. I basically need to cover about this much area.
Well,
And,
I think either of the ones we have would do, but you'd certainly clean out our current living stock.
Okay, so how much would we be talking of?
Ooh, Well, you're probably looking at about 75 gold pieces for the flowers alone.
Right. Okay. I'll have to go get the money.
Okay.
I'll be coming back later.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Which ones were you taking?
Um,
Lilac or jasmine?
Jasmine, probably.
All right.
Braxon would probably sniff them and see which ones smell strongest, and like rub his hand on them, see if any pollen comes off.
Maybe a little bit of pollen. Nothing. But you kind of have to like get in there and do it. As for whichever one smells more strongly, it's the one you chose, jasmine. So because that's why you chose it. So.
Braxon, you could always ask the guy to actually make you an arrangement in the window box in a way that that would add some branches with burrs on them and stuff.
Well, it's not cut flowers; it's
No.
living flowers.
But there's nothing that says that even the burrs have to be alive. That could just be branches that make it look better.
That's true.
Do you want to ask him that?
I'm not there.
Well, no, I know. I'm asking Braxon.
Yeah, so Braxton says, we've got some sort of rabbit creature that seems to be trying to get in, or is there anything else you have that's a bit spiky?
So keep in mind that this window, so the house is raised a good foot and a half kind of thing off the ground.
Right.
And then you got the window up above that.
Yeah.
So, and then you're talking about putting the flower box in there.
All right, fair enough. So that wouldn't apply there.
Yeah. Unless you wanted to also plant something in the ground beneath the window box.
Yeah. Getting a bit convoluted. probably be better off to get one of the sneaky people, to put a snare in. That's more sort of Yeldan's area of expertise.
Well, so you're just gonna go with the flowers.
Yeah, it's just gonna go with the flowers.
Okay. All right. Well, you got the price now, so there you go. Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
No. Get kit bag, get bow and arrow, get lantern and all that sort of stuff.
All right. Yeah, you can pick up all your normal gear then.
Pick up anything else that anyone asked Braxon to get, which I don't think was anything.
Yeah, I don't think anyone did.
Well, I know Higgimus said about getting a trap, but I think we kind of changed plans since then.
Well, I mean, you could look for a a fairly simple like rabbit trap or something like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, most
If he
of
can-
the traps around here are for rats to catch rats who are, potentially damaging merchandise.
Yeah. If Braxon can see any quickly, he'll have a look at them. He won't buy them, and he'll have a look at how they work, and then go back and talk to Higgimus about how they work and whether we could get that. Because essentially, it's a road. It's a dirt road. See if we could get that down there without it just getting kicked by people going down the road.
Well, I mean, there's space around the house that isn't the road.
Right.
But as traps go, yeah, mostly what you're seeing are rat traps to catch rodents that are potentially damaging cargo and stuff like that for sailors and things like that.
Fair enough. So, doesn't look like anything appropriate. All right, Braxton,
Not really
head
for a
back
rabbit.
then. Braxton, get some wood, nice looking wood, and take it to the ship. Leave it there and then rush back.
All right, that'll be about 20 gold pieces.
So
I don't
20
think-
gold plus 75.
Yeah. Well, you haven't paid for the flowers yet.
I'll-
No,
I don't think rabbits are a very common animal on Brawl. Am I correct?
That would be a good guess. That would be a good assumption. There's
That's
not a
why I
lot
think-
of places for them. That's why most
As
of the
I-
traps were rat traps.
As like, Yeldan probably would have like rabbits. I don't think there's many rabbits here, which just makes the rabbit tracks even more unusual.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you can pick up the wood and leave it on the ship. Let's see. Ockar, you wanted to check out the prices for scrolls.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could get a scroll to dispel magic.
Okay, let's see. So are you visiting? Are you going to your temple?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me double check something.
And possibly remove curse if he can afford it too, I think.
That's going to cost a small fortune.
Remove curse is a 3rd level's pre-spell as well.
Yeah,
So
but
both of them are 3rd level.
I wanted to get neutralized poison, but I'm all about. Oh, that was something. It's not the scroll. I wanted to get some reference books about poisons and stuff. If that would help me identify poisons when someone gets poisoned.
It wouldn't particularly help you. I mean, because by the rules, it's just proficiency checks will give you a good idea, and if you fail, then you didn't identify them properly, kind of thing. So, let's see. All right. So remove curse and dispel magic. You're looking at 900 gold pieces, even with being a member of the church.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured they were expensive. That's for both.
Yeah.
That's not bad because they're both.
Well, I mean, that's each.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking each too.
yeah, that's a little too expensive, in my opinion. But yeah,
How
If
far
Ockar
away?
wants to buy it, Ockar wants to buy it. It's his
How
money.
far-
yeah, say it's supposed to be a group thing. It's not meant to be one person.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he's the one who wants to do it and no one else wants to do it, then it's his.
Oh yeah,
But of course,
Yeah.
keep in mind that he can't actually use them.
yeah.
How far away does the Mayo Baba live?
She's in Shoutown.
The
You can
reason
easily
I'm
find
planning
a
on
shop.
getting it is because I want us to have it for when we need it, because I have a very good feeling that we are going to need it.
Well, which one do you want though? Remove curse or dispel magic?
What are the costs for each?
900
So
gold
not-
pieces each.
It was same level, same school, I think as well.
Mhm.
Okay, so I have 900 gold pieces. I could buy both of those, but that'd be insanely expensive. Yeah, I'll spend 900 for now just on the spell magic.
Okay. You have a Dispel Magic scroll cast at the 6th level of ability.
Okay. Which is probably very good.
And it's a pre-spell scroll, so...
Only
Leva has,
Lafdul can use it.
Leva has a revelation. She has an epiphany. During the reading, she turns to Yeldan and says, "You know what? I go and see the Baya Baba."
So you're going to do that instead of
Instead of studying. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll nod at her and I'll say I'll keep researching.
Okay.
All right. Yeldan, what kind of information are you looking for? Oh, Ockar, yeah, go ahead and remove your money and you got that scroll.
All right. Let me look.
Yeldan,
I'm gonna be looking at, first of all, Shou spirits, obviously. Something with involving rabbits and about a change in personality slowly throughout the day, but also reverting back to normal.
Okay. You don't have a whole lot of time to do all this.
Well, I'm not gonna be part of the shopping, wedding dress shopping
so you
thing. I want to basically spend the whole day doing this.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Then you do have a bit more. You're not seeing anything really too much connected to rabbits. I mean, there's some things, some spirits take the form of rabbits or have rabbit ears. There's some stuff about personality changes and stuff like that, but you're not really seeing any connections. But what you do pretty clearly pick up is that in a lot of cases, what you would refer to as a monster is considered a spirit by people of, the Shaolong Karatur area type thing.
Okay.
I mean, there's a wide variety of good and evil and neutral, or, beneficial and harmful spirits, some that lure people to their deaths, some that can just be summoned to perform duties.
Anything about trying to steal a woman that's about to get married?
Not directly. But there are certainly ones that manifest in such a way to tempt men or women away from lovers or spouses. It seems to be more common for female ones to tempt men, but there's kind of a wide variety, and a lot of what you're coming across tends to be more along the lines of folkloric type writings as opposed to scholarly writings. It doesn't look like they have a good selection of scholarly written works on the matter.
Yeah, does it narrow it down for me, at least, for us? Do I get a...
Not on the type, but you can one thing that you definitely take away is that, again, what you would consider a monster, they consider oftentimes a spirit. Things like ogre magi, for example, are definitely considered spirits by people of these regions.
They're like Oni and things like that, which are spirits.
Yeah, they're considered spirits.
Okay. Okay, so that it makes a lot more sense now why they have physical form.
Yeah.
No, nothing really.
I mean, you don't get a type or anything like that, or perhaps any methods of combating them, but you also don't really know what you're looking for.
Yeah,
you're kind of looking general topics at this point.
I was like, okay, I have a bunch of I got some information. Like, okay, rabbits. She's about to get married is a big thing. So I thought maybe that's relevant. Her mood is changing to being like Mrs. Complain a lot. I don't know if there's anything about someone starting to complain about everything in there. Maybe that's relevant. But if it doesn't sound like it is.
Well, it might be. It's just that the thing is that like you don't know exactly what to look for right now.
Okay, I guess I'll go. I don't know how long this take. I guess I take all day at this, like I said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I will say that situations that come up, you can say, did I learn anything about this? Does any of this sound familiar? And I'll let you know, or maybe let you make a check or something like that for, the next few in-game days, sort of thing. Or
okay,
as you hear more, discover more, you might be able to go back and check again with more specific information.
okay.
All right. All right, so I believe... Oh, yes, Leva, you wanted to go visit Mayo Baba. Now...
Yep.
Do you still want to get back in time for the lunch and get back in time for the...
I want to get back in time for shopping.
Okay. You can find her shop. You're not going to have a whole lot of time to talk to her, though.
Mm-hmm. Do I have? I'd like to sort of tell her what we encountered.
Don't mention any.
I'm not mentioning any names because that's none of her business, and I'm not mentioning the circumstances, but I'm mentioning the descriptions of the other people. I'm mentioning the happenings, like afternoon tea, where only one person remembers. I'm mentioning the things we saw at night, the rabbit tracks, and the funny smell. I'm not showing her Tayan, but I tell her that we had help, and he could smell the non-rabbit and non-human smell. And I ask her whether she knows anything about stuff like that.
Okay. As you're describing these things, she's constantly talking to herself. She's an old woman, very old. Let me see if I actually wrote down a description for her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Do I trust her?
I don't know. Do you trust her? That's up to you.
Well, do I trust someone I've never met? Probably not much. But if you describe her, then I might trust her more.
Okay, let's see. So she's kind of hunched over, short. She walks with a walking stick of some variety. It's pretty gnarled. She's very, very old. Like picture like the oldest person that you can think of or that you've ever met who's still with it, and still able to move around without too much, a whole lot of trouble. And that's kind of how her, her skin and hands will look. They're blotchy and everything like that. Almost looks skin and bones. Her hair is just pure white, and she keeps it tied up in a bun, but there's stray strands everywhere. It's kind of scraggly. Looks like she might even be beginning to lose it a little bit. She's got dark eyes, and her kimono is also appears quite old. It's definitely not the same cut or style that Homiko was wearing, and it's stained and dirty with liquids that you couldn't even possibly identify. She's got dark eyes as well, and she's constantly walking around her shop when you enter, talking to herself, kind of chuckling occasionally. And when she sees you come in, she looks up and chuckles. Yes. What of Wujen? Yes. Can I help you, young lady?
I don't know whether you can help me, but could I talk to you for a little bit?
Oh yes. You want remedies? You want curse removal? You want amulets? I have many things.
I
also
want
notice
ideas.
around her neck, she's got a necklace of. It's just full of strange objects. It looks like some are bones, perhaps finger bones, or limb bones from small animals. Looks like there might be even a bird skull on there. Perhaps some plants, dried plants on it. It's just full of strange things. You want information? Yes, information. I can do information. Yes, what do you need?
As I said, well, first of all, I ask how would you differentiate between a normal magic or spell and the spirit?
No difference. Why do you think there's a difference?
Because I don't know much about spirits at all.
Magic is magic. Magic is magic.
Okay. Just so we are on the same page, I'm a wild magic wizard.
Yes, Wujen. I know. Yes, Wujen. I see it.
Okay, and we are looking into a case where a person either has been cursed or charmed into behaving differently to how they normally behave.
Spirits do this all time. Mm-hmm.
And one thing we noticed this morning, we went and we sat, we guarded her during the night, and one thing we noticed this morning were rabbit tracks outside her window.
Rabbit make no sense.
Well, I just tell you what we noticed, but it didn't smell like rabbit. It smelled like not rabbit and not human.
Of course not. Not rabbit. Rabbit make no sense.
Can you tell me a bit about this? Do you have an idea about stuff like this?
With information you have already? No. Not enough info. Need more information.
What would you need?
Everything?
What's everything in the world?
You learn more, I tell you more.
Okay.
I can give you a variety of charms and amulets against all sorts of curses and things, if that's what you want.
There's this person, and from time to time, she behaves differently. She goes from a nice, cheerful, outgoing person to a complaining, bitter person who also looks slightly different.
You mean Homoko? Yes, Homoko Mashita. Yes. I know all about. I heard.
You heard? From whom did you hear?
I hear from everyone.
Everyone. So this is a very a well-known problem.
No. I hear all things.
Okay. So
Spirit have claws in her. Yes.
What else can you tell me except that spirits have claws in her? Magic is magic, you say. So what type of magic is it?
Spirit magic, of course. Not Wujen magic. No. Not Shukenjo magic. Spirit magic.
Spirit
but all magic. All magic.
Let's have a cup of tea.
Oh, yes. I have fine tea here. She hobbles around and gets a kettle that's been stewing on a back burner. Now her shop is like almost claustrophobic in its tightness. It's small. There are bottles and jars full of all variety of things. Some have like preserved animal parts in them. There are jars full of powders and herbs. They're all labeled, but you can't read any of them. But she goes and gets the kettle and a couple teacups and brings a tray to her counter and pours you a cup of tea. Yes, you have tea. Tea good.
Okay.
It's a good recipe.
So, I mean, if you know that it's Homicode, then I can tell you that we have taken on the job of ridding her of the spirit, of this curse, spirit, whatever you want to name it, of this magic.
She cackles at that. And good luck.
Tell me why. Why are you laughing?
Spirits. Spirits are tough. Spirits are difficult.
So how would you tackle this problem?
Well, first, must put up charms. Must put up charms against spirits. I have a variety of charms here. She starts pointing to a whole variety of strange objects. Some are just slips of paper with written words of some variety on them that you can't read. There are some carved wooden objects, some wooden objects that are painted. She's just like rattling off, what they protect against, and it just kind of like goes all over your head.
Okay.
Of course, if you figure out what spirit it is, or more information, I may be able to give you something specific.
Can you tell me a bit more about spirits? I thought this rabbit tracks that didn't smell like rabbit would actually tell a little bit about what's happening.
Could be, but unlikely. I know all spirits, but that not known to me.
Okay. We noticed that she seems to, which is not for certain, but she seems to leave at night, but return sometime later. Do you know that does she change into a rabbit figure, or does she just follow the rabbit? Do you have an idea about that?
Maybe she just visit lover.
If you know it's Humiko, you know that she is going to marry Jindo in a few days' time.
She pokes you in the stomach with the with her stick and cackles. Wouldn't that ever stop, woman?
Do you happen to know a bit more about it? I sort of I'm beginning.
No, I not
to
know
sort of,
everyone's sex life.
I sort of am starting to like this woman. I'm also thinking that she probably. I mean, it's not her business to give out information, so maybe I could buy a charm or two. Would you remember more if I bought the charm?
I remember more. You tell me more information.
So, with these charms that you told me would help, if I just wanted one that would lead me to where she is going and what she is doing, do you have something like that?
No. Charms for protection.
Okay. So do you know for certain that she might not want to marry?
No, like I said, I not know sex life of everyone. She cackles at that again.
But you know an awful lot.
I know spirits.
Well,
I know
spirits
diseases.
talk.
I know illnesses. I know powders. I know herbs. I know Eye of Newt.
You know powders. Is there something we could give her so she... I did a detect magic on her, and I noticed that she herself was under the effect of some magic.
Of course she does.
But
Spirit
it wasn't
claws in her.
spirit. It wasn't spirit magic.
Spirits have claws in her.
Can we make those claws visible? Do you have something?
Need to know what spirit. You get me more information, I tell you what spirit.
Okay, what more information would you need? And don't tell me everything, because everything is impossible.
You see
So
spirit, you tell me what spirit looked like, I tell you what spirit is.
Okay, how can I see the spirit?
You have eyes, do you not?
But the only thing I've seen was Homiko herself.
You not see spirit.
I saw the effects of the magic, but the after effects, but I didn't see the spirit itself.
Spirit can look like you or me.
That one I know.
So, you see spirit. You tell me what spirit looked like, I tell you what spirit is.
But it's not necessarily her, isn't it? It could be someone around her.
Not her, not her. Spirit have claws in her, I say.
Mm-hmm.
I see signs.
Tell me what signs.
She goes into a lengthy explanation in a language that you don't understand. Ah, you see now?
If I understood what you said, maybe I would. We're going around in circles here. Catch 22. I'm not prepared to go around it once more. I'd like to recognize which one of the people around her is actually the spirit. Do you have anything that helps? That could show me? That could help me?
No. You want tool. You no need tool. Spirits always have sign. Mark, tail, eyes, something. You look for sign. You tell me what sign is. I tell you what spirit is.
Ah, well, there's nobody with a tail, as far as I could see.
You looked, eh? She cackles at that.
I don't think people would strip for me, but a tail generally sticks out a little bit. And eyes. What would be different about the eyes?
Depend on spirit.
Give me an example.
Spirit may have fox eyes, may have wolf's eyes, may have deer eyes, may have goat eyes. Many different eyes.
Wouldn't they be obvious in a human being? In something that poses as a human being?
Unless they're careful.
Would you recognize a spirit if you saw it? If you came with me to Homiko now, would you recognize any spirits around her?
I not come. I have shop to run. Maybe.
I could pay you for the time.
I have shop to run.
How much would it cost?
No cost. No money enough. I have shop to run.
Well, do you have something that made me that would let's say a mirror or a loop or anything that would make it possible for me to see the true form of something?
I have powders that may do such things.
Do I take the powders or do I feed them to someone else?
You sprinkle powder on mirror. Also cures gout. Sometimes make nauseous. Good powders.
So, do I understand you right? I get a mirror and I sprinkle the powder on top of it?
It work if spirits allow.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. It would?
It work if spirits allow.
If spirits allow.
The spirits of the powder.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, you're essentially telling me that I can only see spirits if the spirits actually allow me to see them, correct?
Well, other spirits may allow. The spirits of the powder.
Spirits of the powder. Uh-huh.
I cannot tell you all my secrets.
I hope you know more than just this one secret. Do I have a mirror? No, I don't have a mirror. So what do I do then? I sprinkle the powder on the mirror.
Must inhale too.
Must inhale. Oh yes, that's why it's good against gout and makes nauseous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I point the mirror at the supposed spirit, or what do I do then?
Well, you have to look at mirror and look at spirit.
Mm-hmm. Leva sort of holds on to herself not to break into loud laughter. But why not? How much would do you have mirrors?
No. I have no mirrors. Mirrors everywhere. I have powder.
You have powder. How many different powders do you have that would have a result like that?
Oh no, only one powder that have result like that.
Okay. How much does it cost?
10 gold pieces.
And how many times is it good? How many times of use is it good?
Oh, just once.
Just once? Just the once?
Yes, just the once.
Do you have enough powder for twice?
I have jar of powder. Yes, of course.
How much is that?
Well, 2 for 20.
2 for 20. Okay. Give me 2.
Okay, she hobbles back. Well, she grabs 2 paper packets from the a shelf behind her, and hobbles back to a shelf. She's muttering to herself in a language that you don't understand as she looks over the jars that are there, and then makes a sound like ah, and starts unscrewing the cap on a large jar. Inside is a kind of a grayish powder. Although occasionally you think that there's a kind of a little sparkle or reflection from it. There's a scoop inside. She uses this small scoop to pour some of the powder into these paper packets, and then folds the top over. Closes up the jar, hobbles back, and says, "Here, powder. Good for gout too. 20 gold pieces."
Thank you very much. Olera grins to herself and thinks, "Ah, well, 20 gold pieces." Okay. She turns around to what's her name?
Mayobaba.
Mayobaba, and thanks her profusely, and says, "If you can help in any other way, I'd really appreciate it."
Like I said, you tell me what spirit look like, I tell you what spirit is. I tell you what kills spirit.
Okay. And I say goodbye. It was a real pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for the tea. and I leave. Well, Leva leaves.
The tea was very good, very strange taste, and you feel really, really good now.
Oh?
As you're leaving. Yeah, just really, really good.
Okay.
All right. You're going to head back? You can get back in time for the lunch to start if you want to.
Do I notice in any way how I feel better? I mean, if I feel really, really good, I'll turn around and get some of that tea.
Really happy. Like, everything just seems brighter.
All right, I'll turn around and I get some. I turn around and get some tea as well.
Ah, you like tea? Tea good.
Oh yeah, yes it is.
25 gold pieces for a packet.
Okay.
Is there any mechanical effects I was about to ask?
You don't know yet. You find out if something comes up.
So how many portions of tea is that? Just the one?
It'll make a pot, which is what, I don't know, 5-6 cups of tea, something like that.
So
if it's a traditional Japanese tea pot, yes.
Yeah, so there you go.
That sounds about right.
All right, so that's enough for our group, and I thank her. I buy it. Oh, 25. Yep. And now I go back to Homiko's house.
All right, you're getting back just as Jundo arrives, and he looks at you a little strangely as you both go in, but he doesn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Are the others in there too?
Let's see. Everyone except Yeldan, I believe, everyone except Yeldan wanted to get back in time for the lunch, right?
Yeah.
So I turned to the group and I said, Jindo looked at me really strangely. Do I look different?
Oh, before that, everyone, you notice that Leva seems to have kind of a glassy half smile on her, glassy eyes, half smile on her face.
Can I do a healing proficiency check on her?
You don't even need it. You can tell she's high.
Are you okay, Leva?
Hi everyone, I can fly.
No.
You just feel really good.
Lafdul's quite interested in knowing where she got this stuff.
I plonked the packet onto the table and I say, I got some tea for us.
Oh, great. The wizard's been doing drugs.
Well, who says it's not? You just feel
She
good.
basically had pot tea, is what it sounds like.
Or something of that nature.
Not pot.
Some sort of stimulant was in the tea.
So, is there any other side effect except just feeling good?
You don't know right now. You're not in a situation where it's
Gosh, I'm going to have a hangover next morning, am I not?
Your spells might not work.
You don't know.
Uh-oh.
You don't know.
It's going to be increased chance of wild surges.
Oh, no.
So
Unlimited power!
I tell the others what happened and how she is. I tell them that it's probably a load of rubbish that you sold me, but I decided to try it anyway because just on the off chance that something actually might happen. And I ask whether anyone has a mirror because I certainly don't.
Do you tell any of us that we're your best mate?
She's not
you
drunk.
Really love
She's
us?
just euphoric. She's just euphoric.
I feel good. She definitely did not have pot tea.
You don't know. Well, everyone else can tell.
All right. Well, it is about time to end the session.
I'm gonna hand off the. I guess I should hand the priest scroll off to our priest before we end.
Well, I guess I did find out some useful information.
But you haven't been able to tell anyone yet.
Yep. The fact that spirits are monsters. Right.
Gasp.
Dun, dun, dun.
That gives a squinty
course.
idea.
If it's a monster, it's got XP.
It corresponds with what I learned, which is that essentially there's no difference between spirits magic, spirits, and normal other magic. So spirits are just, monsters.
Different form of magic.
It's a different practice of magic, but
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
the result is...
Well, so next time we'll handle the luncheon and the shopping trip and go from there. And let me make a note of that.
I basically kicked myself out for the next session, it sounds like, too.
Depends. It depends on how quickly it goes and everything like that. It may go pretty quickly. May not.
4 weeks later.
We're never gonna see you again.
Got lost in the library. All right, let's see. So, Leva and Lafdul, you get 100 experience points each, and everyone else gets 50.
All right. Yeah, I didn't have that much to do this time around.
Yeah.
Because I kind of was like, I don't really have anything new to ask, and I don't want to really ask the questions that I really want to ask. To Himiko, I can't because it won't work. Because I figured, she's gonna freak out or something if you tell her that she's cursed or what. Yeah.
It's probably part of the spell anyway.
Making the decisions about what to ask. Yes. All right. So anything anyone want to say or do, especially if it's like hey, don't let me forget this next time or something like that?
Not really. Braxon wants to make the window box pretty, but he wants to do it as quick as possible. So, how easy would it be to get stick-on stuff that looks like he's carved stuff?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna
regular con merchant here.
I'm gonna have to go with not easy. I mean, you're talking about
glue and adhesives back then. They weren't really a thing.
No.
There was glue and adhesives, but that's for that's for carpentry,
Not for
binding,
I'm not,
chests
no,
together and stuff like that.
When I say stick on, I don't mean no more nails of wild space. I mean
you're talking bling.
I'm talking like like fretwork and stuff like that. Maybe something like crenellations that go around the edges of the box or something. That's basically, he needs to knock this thing up quickly because we've only got a few days. Maybe he can go outside every so often and stick a bit more on.
You would have to give me more examples of what you're talking about for me to really answer that.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot of the stuff, like if you're just talking about different, cuttings of wood or something like that, making it look a little bit different, that's, I mean, that's one thing, but I don't know. I mean, because I'm not exactly sure what you're going for, what you have in mind.
Yeah, or maybe he could hire someone to paint some nice words on it.
Some words of warding against spirits.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think of something between, during the week or something like that, you can always come to me and mention it. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure what exactly you're getting at. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for playing. Thank everyone for watching. Hope you guys had a good time.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.